Hey guys, let's get more news from Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Anthony Davis can lead the Lakers to a championship this season. The Los Angeles Lakers fell short in their attempt to win the 2023 NBA championship. They were swept in the Western Conference Finals, losing to the Denver Nuggets. Nikola Jokic then led his team to a franchise-first championship. However, the Lakers made some smart moves during the summer. Currently, they sit ninth in the Western Conference. Injuries have derailed their chances of making waves throughout the season thus far, but ESPN's Stephen A. Smith believes the Lakers are still legitimate contenders this season. He also believes Anthony Davis holds the keys to the franchise's success. Anthony Davis has been a superstar. There's no way around it. This brother shows up night in and night out. I called him Six Flags simply because he was hurt, and you never knew when he was gonna play, Smith said on ESPN's First Take. That's not been the case this year. He has shown up. If Hachimura, Russell, and Reeves do what they're capable of doing, LeBron, AD, D'Angelo Russell and Austin Reeves are all averaging 20 points and 5 assists per game, at least. If they continue to do that, then that is their identity. Davis, 30, is among the most dominant players in the NBA. When he's at his best, he's unstoppable on both sides of the ball. This season, the veteran star is averaging 24.9 points, 12.2 rebounds, and 3.8 assists, while shooting 55.3% from the field. Davis is capable of being the best player on the floor. He's also capable of being the Lakers' primary option, regardless of the situation or the magnitude of the game. A healthy Davis and LeBron James will ensure the Lakers are taken seriously this spring. Regular season record accounts for nothing once the playoffs begin. Every team will have a clean slate. GM Rob Pelinka has constructed a team that can be dominant in the postseason. Of course, the Lakers will face stern competition in the West. The Phoenix Suns, Golden State Warriors, LA Clippers, and defending champion Nuggets are all viewed as potential contenders. None of those teams have James on their roster, though. He has a proven track record of overcoming the odds en route to a championship. Whether Davis and LeBron have the right supporting cast in place will be the biggest deciding factor. The Lakers likely believe they have the necessary ingredients. The playoffs will be the best litmus test for that belief. Even if the team ultimately falls short during the current campaign, they have the basis of a championship roster in place. It may just need a few more tweaks in the summer before a title run next season. James can still win his 5th ring. But he will need Davis to carry a heavy load in order to do so. The Lakers already knew that, though. That's why they acquired him in the first place. Now, it's time for Davis to repay that faith once more by helping James add to his legacy. LeBron to the Warriors? Insider says there's a chance it happens this summer. Just when you thought the rumor mill was laid to rest after the NBA trade deadline passed, LeBron James and the Lakers are back in the mix, with reports about a split in the summer being a possibility. It was reported earlier this week that the Warriors and Sixers inquired about a deal for LeBron James at the trade deadline. While a deal did not come to fruition, James does have a player option he can decline to make a change of scenery fairly easy for the King. From the Lakers' perspective, they reportedly have no intention of trading James, but if he chooses to walk away in free agency this summer, there's little they can do to prevent that from happening. And while James joining his former foes from the Bay Area might have sounded outlandish in the wake of ESPN's report earlier this week, while discussing the Warriors' ongoing efforts to find a new co-star for Stephen Curry, Jake Fisher of Yahoo Sports mentioned on Yahoo's No Cap Room podcast that James heading to the Warriors in the summer isn't some pipe dream, even if it was unrealistic at the trade deadline. I, without a doubt, believe there is the chance this happens this summer. A lot of what's going to happen this offseason will be dependent on first-round, second-round flameouts, and what have you. If Atlanta and what happens with Trae, Young, and DeJounte Murray, is one of the buzziest situations. Oh, could Trey become available things? That's probably number 2 behind. Will LeBron in that player option year decide to potentially leave the Lakers? That scenario is clearly not what the Lakers want, and James is reportedly focused on remaining a Laker. However, if he does decline that player option, it would give him control and the ability to make this a possibility. The Warriors have done the impossible before adding Kevin Durant to the Warriors in the summer of 2016, and this move would rock the NBA world and put Golden State back in the epicenter of the basketball world yet again. While James leaving for the Warriors in free agency outright would require him to give him up his approximately $51 million player option to take a veteran's minimum contract, him demanding an opt-in and trade would require the Lakers to cooperate in exchange for getting assets back in return. But however it shook out, a deal like this would be catastrophic for the Lakers. No matter how much cap space it creates or what players they get back in a potential trade scenario, to put it simply, you do not get better trading James, you get worse and begin a rebuild. Luckily, James is secure for the rest of the season and the Lakers still have the core that took them to the Western Conference Finals last year largely intact. Winning solves everything, so if the Lakers can go on a run and head to the summer with good vibes, a contract ready for James to sign, and 3 first-round draft picks to package for another superstar to join him and Anthony Davis in Los Angeles, this might all be much ado about nothing. Still, this is Golden State, and they want to win with Steph Curry just as much as the Lakers want to win with James. But when there's smoke, there's fire, and given the amount of smoke we've seen in the last week on this possibility, this is a story worth keeping an eye on as we inch closer to June. Kendrick Perkins says another NBA superstar is on the way for the Los Angeles Lakers. In a cryptic report this week, ESPN's Kendrick Perkins revealed that help is on the way for the Los Angeles Lakers. According to Perk, the team is set to secure a third star this summer, although he refused to provide any specifics on who the player might be. The Lakers were expected to make a big move before February's trade deadline this season, but when the day came and went without a single change, fans began to worry about the team's ability to improve the roster in any significant way. With LeBron James at 39 years old, the clock is ticking for the Lakers to build a true title contender, and every season they waste risks losing everything they've built. This offseason, with so much at stake, it will be an important moment for the Lakers to determine the trajectory of their future, and the signs are looking good. According to Perkins, and other rumblings around the league, an additional star is almost guaranteed for the Lake Show before 2025, and they finally have enough assets to make a star offer this summer, when several big-name players could be available for the taking. Only a few people actually know which star is set to join the Lakers next season, but anything can change between now and the end of the season. As it stands today, there are a few names that seem likely to become Lakers soon, and Trae Young is at the top of the list. The Lakers' interest in Trae is probably the worst-kept secret in the league right now, and LeBron James himself was advocating for the team to trade for him this season. As an offensive genius and a scoring machine, Young is arguably the biggest star on the market this summer amid Atlanta's longtime struggles. This season, through 50 games, he's averaging 26.7 points, 10.9 assists, and 1.4 steals per game on 37% shooting from 3. While the Hawks have been mediocre at best this season, Young has been doing his part to keep them at least somewhat relevant in the East, and it's been enough to draw some serious interest around the league. If the Hawks do decide to trade him this summer, expect the Lakers to be among his most aggressive pursuers, given their timeline with LeBron and their need for a scoring punch in the backcourt. With a package consisting of D'Angelo Russell and multiple picks, it could be enough to at least start the conversation. And you fan, what do you think of the Trae Young situation? Leave your opinion in the comments.